Hey guys, this is Steve again, lighting to my path outdoors, coming to you from the heart of the Appalachian Mountains here in Southwest Virginia. We got a beautiful day here in March, down here on the creek bank. We're got our fire kit with us, just playing around with a few things. I'm going to show you something that we've actually never done before, but have been meaning to. But after seeing a video this morning from a friend of ours, we just had to come out and get it started. Stay tuned. Now here at home the last few days, we've had every kind of weather you can think of. Yesterday we had snow. This is Tuesday. On Saturday and Friday, I think it was, we had some pretty big storms rolling in. Last Wednesday, big storms. This is on the back side of the creek, and there's just trash and water everywhere. Everything is soaking wet. But we still have plenty of opportunities to get tinder. If you're out on a creek bank or river bank or what have you, this right here is not an uncommon sight. When the flood levels come up, it gathers this loose debris and everything that's just laying on the bank, and they'll come to a stopping point against a bunch of trees or something, and they'll just pile up. Now you get down deep into this and you're going to find some bad wet stuff. But on this outside, everything's been in the sun, so it's dried out. We've got leaves, grasses, little twigs, all kinds of goodies that can be used to start a fire, even though everything else around us is soaking wet. Here's another good example of somewhere to get tinder when everything's wet around you. This is just a little old sapling that was standing, and the water has pushed it over. When it was over, it caught debris in these forks. Now it's standing up. All them leaves and pieces of grass and such have been in the wind and in the sun, so they're bone dry. Just another good place to get something to get your fire started with. Okay guys, as I mentioned earlier when I started this video, I was watching one from a friend of mine, Greer Wolf. That's G-R-I-E-R-W-O-L-F-E. Look him up on YouTube. He makes handmade leather sheaths. He made this one for my Becker BK2 that I did a review on a little while back. Really good quality work, and he's getting into the scenario video type thing as well. And before we get started on this, he's got the notion to take people of different skill sets. Like the one I watched this morning, had his wife out to give her his fire kit that he carries. No instructions, just see what they can do. She got fire started with, let's see, a ferro rod and something else. I actually think she used a Bic lighter on some charred punky wood. But she did that without any instruction, just from watching him. And what he's doing, he's just wanting to see what people can do with tools when they've not been properly trained with them. And she did well. The next video may not go so well for that person. He's actually given me an idea to start doing that with family members and such, and buddies that are not so much into the bushcraft. You can be a big-time camper like I was, and like a lot of my friends are, and can start a fire with a lighter and a paper bag and a bunch of lighter fluid, but it don't mean you can with some of the things that we use. So that's a pretty cool idea by him. Y'all check him out, Greer Wolf, like I said. But he was, after she got done, he used something I'd never used before, and that's a magnifying glass. This is nothing special. I ran out to the dollar store and give a whole big $1.05 for this thing. Just basic magnifying glass. Got the one piece here that's a little more magnifying than the rest. But I'm going to try for the first attempt to get a fire going with that. Like he said, the sun is a renewable resource. When you got a day like this, with no clouds, it's just a little bit past noon. It's the perfect time of day to get the sun's rays into this. There's no reason not to use it. Like I said, I have my fire kit here. This is not going to fit in my fire kit. Not going to happen. But a Fresnel lens will do the same as this. And I found a place where you can get, if I'm not mistaken, it was 24 of the credit card size Fresnel lenses with cases for like 18 bucks. So I've got them getting ready to come my way. But with the fire kit, I'm going to use this lid for something. I carry the folded up aluminum foil that I mentioned before to lay down as a base for my fire when everything's wet. Well, this sand is wet. Instead of using my one piece of aluminum foil, I'm going to use this tin, the lid to it. It's not going to hurt it. Make char cloth with it anyway with the lid on. A little bit of heat's not going to hurt. Well, let's see if we can get this thing going with a magnifying glass. Already got me some little twigs and sticks piled up here to start it. Done ruffled this up some. Now you want to get the beam of the light. I hope that you can see it on the camera, but I don't know if you will or not. Concentrate the beam of that light as small as you can get it into one certain area. Already seeing smoke. Oh yeah, here we go. I've moved. So I've lost my spot. Let's try her again. Smoking again already. Alright, as y'all can see, we couldn't get it with just the glass and the tinder bundle. I believe we could if we had a longer time and a bigger bundle, because I burn a hole all the way through it. We're going to do it with the char cloth. It'll get an ember on it almost immediately from the time you get the beam on it. But you can't see it just with the beam, so you have to give it a little air to know when you've got one on there. There it is. All right up. Go ahead and smother that. I did. as y'all saw, we did get a fire going with this little magnifying glass after we got the char cloth. I have no doubt that if conditions were perfect, I had extremely dry tinder, plenty of it to get, that we could have got a fire going without the char cloth. But given things the way they were, we got it going with the char cloth that we always keep in our fire kit. And that's why it's important to keep things like that with you. We have many other options we could have used, but like I said, we just wanted to try this for the first time, and it works. So this, not necessarily this one, but a Fresnel lens will absolutely be added to our fire kit to keep with us at all times. We just had a little fire, just enough to get it going. Wanted to make sure we get a good sustainable fire. And now it's about 20 after 4 in the afternoon. The sun's directly behind. Earlier, 12 o'clock, it was right over there. I tried a minute ago just for the heck of it, just to see how much power it still had, and it is way less than what it was at 12, which I figured, but I didn't know the extremity of the weakening of the power of the sun through here from noon to evening. If you're going to do this, plan ahead. If you're out camping, or if you get stuck in a situation and this is all you have, something like this, definitely want to do it in the hot part of the day. Midday to 2 o'clock, I'd say, would be the best. And the reason I say 2 o'clock, a friend of mine dropped by right before I got the fire going. We were out here for 2 or 3 hours playing around with this thing like a couple of 8-year-old boys. But no insects were harmed in the filming of this video. We weren't looking for anthills and stuff like that. We were just finding different types of materials and trying to get fire with them and stuff. So about 2:30, we really noticed a difference in the heat. And you can concentrate that beam on your hand, and midday, within about 2 seconds, you're moving it. So it gets really hot. But it's something that magnifies, is a really good addition to your kit. Conditions have to be right. You have to have the sun at the right position in the sky. You have to have good dry tinder. Very helpful to have char cloth or something like that with you that can take an ember. Without that, I probably wouldn't have got it going today. A little more practice, yeah, maybe so, but the first time, no. With the char cloth, it made a world of difference. And it's why you don't want this as your only option, but it's good to have it in there. It may be cloudy, it may be dank conditions, whatever. But if it is a good sunny day, instead of using your Bic lighter, because they run out of fluid, or your ferro rod, because in a long-term situation, or even just one you've carried around for years and used, they will break, they will wear out, and you can save a few strikes on it using this right here. But we hope you enjoyed the video. We appreciate you watching. Throw one of these little cheapies into your backpack. They're not worth much at all, but the reward is really great if you need it. Once again, thanks for watching. Thanks for the comments. Let us know what you'd like to see next. And we appreciate everything that y'all do for us. And thank you again. Have a good one, and God bless.
Will the circle be unbroken?